everybody, I hope you're doing well today. I've got a tip video for you. This is my top 10 tips for beginning mountain dulcimer players, okay? If you'll take these 10 tips to heart, you're gonna do a lot of good for yourself, okay? So number one, this is the most important, okay? Tune your instrument. Tune it before you start playing it. Tune it after about 10 or 15 minutes to see if it's slipping anywhere, okay? Keep your instrument in tune. If you walk in and outside and things of that nature, the humidity levels change, and that affects stringed instruments. So you'll find your tuning will change. So make sure that thing's in tune. That's the most important thing. Okay. Number two, get a dulcimer strap, okay? You can make one. I have a DIY video if you don't have access to one right away. You can make one with just 3 scraps of fabric. I use t-shirt scraps and I just braid them together. I'll put that video somewhere up here for you. But get that strap, because when you're sitting with the dulcimer in your lap, you want it to be stable. And when you're strumming and pressing down onto the frets, you don't want that dulcimer tipping all around. You certainly don't want it flying off into the floor. So get yourself a strap. If you don't have the strap buttons, you can tie it around your dulcimer. In that video where I show you how to quickly make one, I also show you how to tie it on. So check that out if you'd like to. Number 3, okay, you're gonna wear this out. 3 chords, okay? Dulcimers, a lot of times for our tuning, our key of choice is D. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times. So you are gonna wear out your D, your G, and your A chord. Get real familiar with those chords, love them. Transition back and forth between those 3 chords, all over the place, okay? That will really help you. All right, moving on quickly. Number 4, when you first start strumming, strum with all out strums along with your beat, okay? And a good thing to do next after you're strumming out is to hit that melody string, just the melody string. So hit the melody string and then strum. Melody string, strum. So your beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that. All right? And number 5. Don't you love my hand right in the... Number 5, ear training. Work on your ear training from day 1, okay? Use simple, easy songs with simple melodies, nursery rhymes. Think of that here. Mary had a little lamb, okay? Pluck it out on your melody string, up and down, okay? Pluck it out there first. Don't go off of that melody string to start with. Just pluck it off there. Mary had a little lamb, then do twinkle, twinkle, little star. Just any nursery rhyme, something that's a real easy melody that you know already. Don't pick hard stuff. Start with simple stuff. Pluck it out, okay? Then take a sheet of paper and go 2, 3, 2, 1. Write down your fret number, okay? That's the first early form of tab, you know, for you. You can write down your fret number, okay? Then, as you're progressing in your ear training, then after you've got it on that melody line, you're still with the easy nursery rhymes. Find it on more than one string, right? Use that melody line, use that middle string, use that bass string. Find the melody on different strings. You can do this. It takes work, okay? Everything we do that's worthwhile takes work, right? So do it. Get that ear training going, okay? Number 6. It's sorted like number 3. Learn a bunch of your D songs, okay? So seek out the ones that do use that D, G, and A, and just learn those. Get real familiar with those chords. I can't stress enough how important those chords are for you. Let my doggy in. All right, where are we at? Number 7. Number 7. Boom, boom. Okay, this is something to sound a little fancy, okay? So after you've worked on this 1 string strum, 1 string strum, and you've worked on your all out strumming, start doing some back strumming, okay? So you'll do all different sorts of strumming patterns here. You'll do out, in, out, in, out, in. You'll do down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. You'll do down, 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 up. There's just so many. I have strumming patterns and all that stuff over at the website, video lessons, tabs, all that jazz. But work on that stuff. Now, with that back strum, one thing I love to do with my stuff is I will just do a quick hit where I hit the bass string. Sometimes I might hit the middle string a little bit as well, but just hitting that bass string on the way back when you're intending to do that back strum sounds really nice. You'll hear that in a lot of what I do. I'll have people say, Mandy, what are you doing there? I hear something different in how you're doing things. And I think that's what one of the things they're talking about there that I don't see a lot of other people doing is that out, back. And when I do that back, I just smack that bass string there. So try a bunch of different things. Learn a bunch of different patterns. Have variation in what you're doing, okay? And this is as you progress. This is not day one stuff here. These things all get harder as you go. And you learn things as you go, right? And you add to the things you're doing. And you got to remember the right hand here, or strumming hand, sorry about that, you lefties. I'm actually a lefty, but I play righty. So your strumming hand is extremely important, and it's often neglected. It's half of your music, if not more. It is all of your timing, okay? So it's very important to work these things. Use a metronome. Not always. Metronomes can be a real pain in the butt, and they can be boring. So I always tell people to use metronomes just as a tool to help them solidify their timing, improve their speed, you know, things like that. Moving on, number 8. And this is a big one. And people, I don't know why, but people think you don't have to work to get what you want, I guess. But, and that is number 8. Practice consistently, okay? You've got to practice consistently. If you're not consistent, if you're willy-nilly all over the place, you're not going to get any better. And it's just the truth of the matter, okay? So what I tell beginners is I want you practicing 4 times a week. That's different days. 4 times a week, 20 minutes a session, okay? As you build up your stamina and you're able to play a longer time without feeling tired or anything like that, move up to 30 minutes a day, okay? And as a side tip, this is not numbered, but you need to also realize that there's something different between practice and play. There's a big difference between the two. They are not the same. Practice is focused time where you are trying to improve skills, okay? Specific things. Play is absolutely that. Fun, just fun. Do whatever you want here. Let loose, okay? 2 different things, not the same, okay? So that consistency is key here. I want you practicing with the focused practice 4 times a week, 20-minute sessions, working up towards 30-minute sessions. Later on, you can work up longer, but number 9. This one's huge, okay? Boom, boom, huge. Please, please, please don't compare yourself to anyone else, okay? You're all, you know, every person is different. Every journey is different. Every ability is different. People come from different backgrounds as far as what kind of music they've played in the past, you know? You can't compare yourself to anyone else and anyone else's style and anyone else's anything. Every single person's different, okay? You should know this already, okay? But you can't say, well, so-and-so within 6 months could do this. Why can't I? That's not going to help you, okay? You have to realize, okay, why are you playing the dulcimer, all right? Why? You want to bring joy to yourself and get pleasure in it. You want to reduce your stress, probably. You like hearing music. You want to make some music and maybe, you know, entertain your family and friends. All kinds of different reasons you want to play the dulcimer, right? Don't let anything get in your head about comparing yourself to anybody else. That is a big no-no, okay? And don't worry about anybody telling you you should be here or you should be there. No. Run away from those people, okay? This is your journey, and you need to make yourself happy. And along with that, don't put too much pressure on yourself here, okay? We're kicking up a storm here, so the wind's starting to kick. Don't put pressure on yourself, okay? You want to get joy from this, get joy from it, okay? This is your journey, again. And lastly, I had to have a little note, but lastly, and this is with everybody I've ever worked with on any instrument, okay? I've been teaching people in person since 2012. And every single one has this exact same issue. So don't think you're the only one. But this is, I tell this, and people, every time they go, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to do it. But every time they eventually realize, I need to do this. Okay, dun-dun-dun, drum roll, slow down. That's the best advice I can give you. If I had to give you a top 3, it would be tune your instrument, wear a strap, and slow down. Okay? Slow it down. Everybody tries to go off to the races. And what happens when you do that, it's fun to play fast, yes. But what happens when you do that, if you don't have a good solid foundation with your accuracy, with your fretting hand, it gets real sloppy and it sounds blah, 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 blah. Okay? So first we want that accuracy. So play it slow to play it fast, okay? You can do this, keep at it, and my whole goal in life is just to spread the love of music that I have with other people and sit here on my porch and share it with you. It brings so much joy and pleasure to me to play myself, of course, and to teach others to play. Just the way someone reacts when they can play that first song, you can see it. It just melts them. And, they can see, hey, I can do this, I'm not musically inclined, but I can do this. And, you really can. It just takes work. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. All right? I think I had one more tip. If you've stayed around this long, I hope you enjoyed that video. I do teach the dulcimer. I have a website that's full of lessons for you, even a beginning mountain dulcimer course, as well as lots of ebooks. So I have all kinds of different choices that you can learn from over at banjolemonade.com. And if you have any questions, obviously you don't have to join my site to learn to play dulcimer. But if you are interested in that, of course you can do that. And if you have questions, you can always send me an email through that contact form there. So I hope you enjoyed and gleaned something from this top 10 tips video for beginners on the mountain dulcimer. And before I go, I always want to remind you that Jesus loves you. Bye-bye, y'all.